Hey everyone, Av again, coming at you with more information and my thoughts about remote meetings. So, as of right now, we're all agreeing that there's a lot of work for us to do to go ahead and make remote meetings enjoyable, engaging, interesting, and most of the time we're distracted, disconnected, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. And today, I want to talk to you about what is the ideal setup. What type of environment on your desk, what type of hardware is going to make a real big difference. So last time we talked about the fact that most of the online articles don't really have great value. They just talk about simple things like lights and cameras and hey, get a good chair, all the type of stuff that we kind of know. So what's the next level? What's the next level of meeting setup? And so let's actually talk about the problem right now. So we start off in our calls, and this is how most of us work. We go full screen, and then your video disappears. So you get this deck, you get this information, you're talking to it, but there's absolutely no visual interest. Now, what I'm advocating for is making sure that not only your presence, right, your presence is optimized, but your customers and your audience that's joining on the remote call also has to have a great presence. And this is a quick trick that I love to go ahead and do. So my desk actually has a dual monitor setup. So let's take a look at it. Let me start a Teams call right now, and then let's take a look at what happens. So if you look at a Teams call right now, what happens is my participant right there, hey Arena, is a tiny little postage stamp right down there. So I am trying to go ahead and do a presentation here, and my eyes are looking here. But I cannot go ahead and see what she's doing or what her reactions were, what her body language is. So generally what happens is both of us become tiny, tiny, tiny objects, and that's not really good. So today, I'm going to actually show you some great ideas as to how we're going to go ahead and fix that. So what I have right now is, let me connect up my phone, and that way I can actually show you my actual desk setup. So I have a pretty straightforward setup. Now, I do have a great light that's all set up, and here's my laptop that I'm actually doing the presentation on, and I have a secondary monitor here. And on that secondary monitor, I'm actually going to go ahead and set up the Teams window. So Irina is right there. Now, in this type of scenario, what actually happens is I'm working on my laptop. I have all of my devices right here to interact, but at the same time, Irina is right there at the other side of my desk. So she can see me interact with my content right here, and I can see her very quickly by looking up. So this gives me the feeling that we're sitting right across the desk from each other. And it's amazing how a little change like this, integrating in a second monitor into your desk setup, can dramatically change the engagement of your online meeting.